Well, let's move on now. And Sydney Sweeney is making headlines yet again, but this time it is because Sydney actress in Ruby Rose has called her a cretin. And it's all because of Sydney Sweeney's role in an upcoming movie that tanked in the box office. We've got the trailer here.
You must be the lady I've been hearing so much about.
Yes, sir. It's an honor to meet you, Mr. King.
Now tell me about yourself. Jesse here says that you fight in all pink.
I'm from West Virginia.
What's that got to do with pink?
Nothing, sir. I'm just telling you about myself.
Yeah, pink was my idea.
So Ruby Rose had a lot to say about Sydney Sweeney's performance in this movie, and she said for her PR to talk about it flopping and saying Sydney Sweeney did it for the people. None of the people want to see someone pretending to be us. You're a cretin and you ruined the film, period. Christy deserved better. Now, what I find so bizarre about this entire situation between Ruby Rose calling out Sydney Sweeney is the whole point of acting not to be someone else. You go out there, if you are a good actress or actor, you are out there representing whatever the character is. You're not supposed to be yourself. And Ruby Rose, by her coming out and saying that because Sydney Sweeney's not gay, she's not allowed to represent a lesbian boxer, does that then mean Ruby Rose is never allowed to play a heterosexual character? You look at all of the other past actors and actresses that have had lead roles, whether they're portraying gay or lesbian. You know, I've got here Tom Hanks, who played a gay lawyer who had AIDS. Heath Ledger, remember in Brokeback Mountain, which was such a famous movie. Kate Blanchett, who played a lesbian and is now regarded as a gay icon. But just to prove my point that you don't have to be gay to be able to play a gay person in a movie. It's ridiculous.
Well, it's funny you mention that because Ruby Rose herself has been the subject of this very criticism. Back in 2006, DC Comics reintroduced Batwoman as a lesbian Jew. Ruby Rose was cast as Batwoman in 2019 and was criticised for not being lesbian because she's gender fluid, not lesbian, and not being Jewish. It got so bad she deactivated her Twitter account because she couldn't cop the hate. And at the time she dismissed the criticism going, oh, this is ridiculous. But she is now doing the exact same thing that was done to her that she objected to not even 6 years ago. And she's doing that to Sydney Sweeney. I can't help but think this is not actually about acting. This is actually about her hating Sydney Sweeney. Sydney Sweeney has been outed as a Republican. She has not apologized for her American Eagle jeans ad where she said she has good genes because she's got blonde hair and blue eyes. She's refused to bow to the woke mob. And this just shows their desperation that they are resorting to such lows as this and such hypocrites. I just can't take Ruby Rose seriously. And honestly, what was the last good movie she did? It's just jealousy.
Well, I think there's an element of sour grapes because she says in this statement that she was originally meant to be in the film.
There you go.
So, you know, she's looking... But, I mean, the film didn't work, so I don't know why she thinks... Maybe the ego on her is so big she thinks she would have been able to turn it around. I mean, the opening weekend in the box office, it did 1.9 million Australian dollars, which is apparently like one of the worst opening weekends for a film ever in the United States. So perhaps people just really aren't interested in watching films about lesbian boxers. And when you said about, you know, a lesbian Jewish Batwoman, I thought, geez, there's a film I can't be bothered watching. Like, what's enticing about that, for heaven's sake? But, you know, I hate to break it to you, as I said at the top of the show, I mean, Clint Eastwood, all those spaghetti westerns he did, he's not actually a cowboy. It turns out that Rowan Atkinson isn't actually some weird mute guy. Well, he played Mr. Bean. Seth Meyers, of course, is not... Mike Myers, sorry, I should say, is not a green ogre who lives in a swamp. I mean, you know, justice for the green ogres who live in swamps. And this is the thing, is that we can joke about it, but there are actually people in the arts community who seriously believe this stuff. And they will push hard for this to become the norm. And it's stuff like this that sort of gets the thing going. You create this public backlash and hope it gets somewhere. It won't in this case because no one's watched the film. But this will not be the last time you will see this. I think there was the same discussion when Russell Crowe played Roger Ailes in the series about him, and he had to wear a fat suit in order to do it. And they said, oh, well, you know, it should be an actual fat man doing that role. And there was some other film where I think that became a thing recently too. Like, it is acting. It's
acting. That's the whole point of it, is you are an actor.
Yes.
You are there to portray not yourself. And if you're good at it, that's even better.
And if you gatekeep it to the point where it is only people who have lived experience in the role who can do the role, it is not acting anymore. I mean,
it's your true story.
God forbid they ever make a film about me. I'll have to play myself because you can't have someone else that don't have lived experience. I mean, for goodness sake, what is wrong with people? I have to do something pretty wrong myself for them to make a film about me, I suppose. Will Erin Patterson be able to play herself when they make the films about her? Anyway.